Good day everyone and welcome to Polaris TV YouTube channel. Ang YouTube channel ng Polaris Boarding House, and this is Mr. E. So our topic for today is about WCF or weight correction factor. So one student asked, "Sir, why do we need to know what is the weight in correction factor? What is weight correction factor?" So by the word correction, we need to know something. We need to correct something. On board, we are going to receive fuel oil, which is indicated in our VDN. The weight is in vacuum. But the barge which will deliver our fuel oil is exposed to air. So we need to know also the weight in air. So to get the weight in air, the formula is weight in air is equivalent to weight in vacuum, the weight of that fuel oil in vacuum multiplied by the weight correction factor. But how are we going to get the weight correction factor? The weight correction factor is equivalent to your specific gravity at 15 minus 0.0011, or the approximate specific gravity of the air. So kung mapapansin nyo, if you will notice, it is removing something. It is removing the density of the air. So for example, the weight or the specific gravity of the fuel oil given is 0.9850 minus 0.0011. So the weight correction factor is equivalent to 0.9839. So now we have the weight correction factor. We can solve now for the weight in air. So the weight in air is now equivalent to your weight in vacuum. So what is our weight in vacuum? Just for example lang naman. Just for example, let's say 10.69 metric ton. Sir, paano nakuha? How do we solve for the weight in vacuum? We have other video to solve the weight in vacuum. So just please go back and look for that video that will explain how to get the weight in vacuum. So basically, the weight in vacuum is equivalent to weight at the volume at 15 multiplied by the density at 15. But since our topic now is about weight in air, the weight in air is equivalent to 10.69 multiplied by our WCF, which is 9839. We will get 10.51 metric ton, which is now equivalent to your weight in air. So the weight of fuel oil in air now is 10.51. As you can see, bumaba. From 10.69, which is the weight in vacuum, it becomes 10.51 metric ton. So that is the importance of knowing how to correct your weight, because if you will not correct, there will be a difference. So there will be a big difference in your computation if we are talking about, for example, our weight in vacuum is, hindi naman tayo, we are not going to receive 10.69 metric ton of fuel oil. Sometimes we receive 100 metric ton. So without correction, there will be a big difference that could affect our computation. Thank you, and please subscribe and hit our notification bell and shares, and that's all.